Hello, people. Good evening. Wherever you're joining us from, it's good to have you. Um, let's quickly do one or two things. Hey, I think we're back. Jason. How have you guys been? Um, it's been a minute here. Feels good. Feels great to be back. I think for the whole of February, I was actually very down, hospitalized at some point. But then we are back better, stronger. God bless whoever may be joining us from. Please let us know Nigeria, Nairobi, um, South Africa, Abuja, UK, the US. Yes, let us know where exactly you're joining us from. Good day, whatever time it is you're watching this, morning, afternoon, evening, or good night, depending on where you're watching this. Um, So today we're talking about rebuilding trust in marriages. And without further ado, we'd just like to get right into it. When you drop by, when you join us, let us know. Let us know where you're joining us from. Um, uh, yes, pretty much. And then let's just get right straight into it. Because this webinar is actually in form of questions that has been asked over time. We've had people, reach out to us with every art. Let me quickly take this down. With every art, asking us questions around building or rebuilding trust again in marriage, and pretty much different things has happened. Some cheating, some financial, some emotional, some just odds here and there. And like I used to say, we are all unique people. We are all different people, and what may hurt Mr. A may not hurt Mrs. B. Pretty much. So we've had different questions surrounding rebuilding of trust in marriages, and today we are just here to answer, I think, about five of them or so. So just going to talk about how we can rebuild trust. It's not easy, but it's workable. It's not easy, but it's very, very workable. Welcome once more. My name is Titiola Benson. I'm a certified family and marriage coach. We help couples in their marital life, in their relationship. Like I used to say, your relationship is much more important than all of your children in the mix. What you have going on with your partner is so vital. You cannot afford to put up a face for your kids. Nah. Instead, focus on your partner, and your kids are going to learn practical ways and practical tips from you guys. So whatever your challenges is in your family, we got you. We are here. Send us a DM, book a session. We're actually here to help you. Also, if you're struggling with parenting, this is a new age, this is a new season, a new dimension of parenting. If you're also struggling in that area, please reach out to us. Let's get talking on your parenting journey, how you can parent with ease. You can actually parent with ease. It is very, very possible. And if you're having some personal challenges, maybe you're struggling with personal addiction, um, you're struggling with some issues you've carried as a burden, maybe from childhood, maybe a lot of heartbreaks happened to you, and you don't trust the other gender, or something along that has actually happened in your journey of life, and you're finding difficult to actually let go and let loose. We are also here for you. Send us a DM if you need individual or personal counseling. So we are here for you. Just to be sure, I think this is just to be sure this is actually working. So without further ado, like I said, this webinar is just in a form of question and answer. Question and answer. And please feel free to reach out to us on every of our platform, Instagram platform, and then ask us for questions. And then probably if we have enough of it, we can actually put them together to be a webinar just like this. Just like this. Without further ado, I think I said that like twice. Let's get right into it. Okay, the first person or the first question, we just collected these questions, together. So the thing is, we had much more than this, but they were like similar. So we just actually put them, just group them into, okay, this is similar, this thing is similar. Let's put them into one, one pack pretty much. And then this is similar, let's put them into one pack. Okay. It says, can trust be fully restored after betrayal? Can trust be fully restored after betrayal? Now, what I'm also trying to do is also give you actionable steps, actionable steps that will make trust easily to be rebuilt, after betrayal. And like I said, different things for different people. Some actually lose trust when their husband or their spouse does not back them in the face of their in-laws. They begin to lose trust for their spouse. Like, oh, how can you let your siblings, your mom, your dad talk to me or relate to me like that? Some people lose trust, because of that. Some financial issues. You didn't open up XYZ to me, or I didn't know, I probably didn't know you are in so much debt, or cheating occurred and the rest of them. But he says, first thing says, how can trust ever be fully restored after betrayal? The words are fully restored. Very, very important. Now, yes, but it requires three things. It requires time, it requires effort, and it requires consistency. Now, trust isn't restored overnight. Trust will not just be restored, something happened on Monday and trust is back on Tuesday. Even on Friday, trust can be fully restored on Friday, pretty much. It is through repeated actions, through trustworthy actions that would make you to start believing again. Like I said, the word there is fully restored. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. So, like I said, it takes time, effort, and consistency. It can, but believe you me, it takes time, first of all. In the place of time, it's talking about the fact that for some people, depending on how deep the situation is, it could take 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years, depending. So it takes time. And the time we can't put a figure to it. It takes effort, meaning that you would need to show trustworthy actions. You will need to start showing that, okay, I've heard in this particular way, I need to start showing trustworthy action. A very, very practical example. We had a client that came in and it was a case of trust had been breached because the man actually cheated. And what happened? We had to sit down with the couple and we sit down with the man and we made him understand that this is a journey you have to now embark on. It's going to be tedious depending on where you were with your spouse, depending on how hot your spouse is tedious is meaning that you're going to put in a lot of work. And then, like I said, time, effort is the work, and then the consistency. So it's going to take, you're going to continue doing this over and over and over again. So he came in, cheated on his spouse, and then we made him understand that this is a journey. So we were able to help people to put some things into place and structure that you need to start showing transparency, regular checking. Okay, I'm in the mall, I'm in the office, I'm driving back home. Let your timing correlate. Okay, I'm not staying in the office now. The next 15 minutes, I should be home. And yes, you are home. Do you understand? Now, that is you showing transparency. And also, we're also able to help the woman to make him understand that for your husband to come for counseling or counseling therapy means that he's also ready to restore your relationship to where it used to be. Like I said, we helped both parties. And for some people, it took 18 months, some 1 year, some much more to actually, bring back their marriage to where it used to be. And the good thing about it is when we work with you guys, it doesn't just get to where it used to be, it becomes better and stronger. So, yes, trust can be fully restored, but it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes consistency. Consistency meaning that you have to keep on showing up. And not just after the trust has been built, you now need to show up to surpass where you were before, to show that, okay, I made a genuine mistake, I didn't know better. So pretty much, let me just give you guys quick practical steps to actually make this possible. If probably cheating has happened and you want to genuinely fully restore trust in your marriage. First of all, the betrayer must take full responsibility without blaming the circumstances. Then the hurt partner should allow space for healing while setting boundaries. Meaning, if you are the hurt partner, you also need to take one or two steps back. Allow yourself to heal. Just don't bottle up emotions. If you want trust really to be fully restored, don't bottle up emotions. Do what you have to do that is good for you emotionally. Regular open conversation, small consistent action to build to rebuild confidence is actually important. And like I said, counseling, mentorship can guide this process. Like I said, it takes for different people, it takes different timing. Could be less than a year, could be more than a year, could be more than 2 years, depending on how deep also the person is, where your relationship was, and then what you actually want to achieve, pretty much. So, like I said, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes consistency. That is question number one. Now, the question number two that we actually had actually came in says, how do I trust my spouse again when I still feel hurt? How do I trust my spouse again when I still feel hurt? Now, the truth of the matter is, healing and trust building go hand in hand. As you are rebuilding trust, you are also healing. Because when the person is taking actions, that is showing that they are sorry, they want to make this better, along the line, you are also healing. But emotional wounds, we need to understand, takes time to mend. If you observe, the word has always been time, consistency, and effort. It takes time to mend. So you don't necessarily need to feel trust immediately to start rebuilding it. You on your own part, start opening up, start sharing. Oh, I like the fact that you were accountable today, or you've been accountable for the past 1 week or for the past 1 month. I like the fact that you've carried me along. I like the fact that you've checked in with me. You allow me to see what your schedule looks like. You're always keeping your time schedule with me. When you leave the office, you come back. You're getting dinner. All of those things, you keep me in check. Gradually you are also healing, and you're also making the trust building process grow faster or move faster. Very, very important. Gradually you're also healing. So how do I trust my spouse again when I still feel hurt? It is possible, but like I said, the awesome total of trust building after a betrayal has happened is time, time, effort, and consistency. Very, very important. So if you are still feeling hurt, you need to acknowledge your emotion. Don't suppress it. Don't suppress your emotion. Your feelings, still feeling down, still feeling you are not there yet. Don't suppress your emotion. It's a journey, one day at a time. Also, observe your actions, not just words. Observe how you're feeling. Observe, how you react, not just uh, your words of I want to rebuild trust, or I'm still hurt, or I'm not there yet. Observe your emotions and your actions. Very, very important. You know, trust goes with consistency. That's what I actually want us to know. Building trust, it actually go hand in hand with consistency and honest behavior. Like I said, checking for the offended partner is very, very important. And then communicate your fears openly and calmly. If you feel that, maybe you are still keeping one or two friends that will not help you in this journey of comeback, then let your spouse know that, I feel this your friend, as abstain from them. Depending on how the story went, they were probably key instruments to this issue. Abstain from them, pretty much. And also seek personal healing through journaling, counseling, prayers, whatever works for you, meditation, whatever works for you. Very, 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 very important. um a a couple came in who they had a bit of trust issues along their finances. The man lied about some figures and all of those things, and she got to find out, and she was very, very hurt. And then when he came in, what we said was, you need to be transparent with your spending. You need to be transparent with your spending. You need to be open with your spending. We'll talk about marriage finances some other time. But we let you know that you need to be open with your spending. And then over the month, she saw changes. She saw that, okay, this amount of money came in. He said he did XYZ with it. And truly, he did XYZ with it because the balance actually correlates. So pretty much, it's a journey. Rebuilding trust is a journey. If you are still feeling hurt, it's still a journey. Also, the third question says, should I forgive my spouse even if I'm not ready to trust them again? This is a big one. This is a very, very big one. Should I forgive my spouse, you know, even if I'm not ready, to trust them again? And I would actually say yes, please. Yes, please. Forgiveness and trust are different things, really. Forgiveness is a choice to release the resentment, and even forgiveness to a large extent also sets you free. However, trust must be earned, through actions. So there are two different things. Forgiving is letting go, being at peace with yourself and say, okay, it has happened, you've made a mistake. However, trust must be earned. You must show me that you are remorseful, you are sorry, you want to make amends, it was a mistake. So practical steps for that. Separate the decision to forgive from the decision to trust. I choose to forgive you, not necessarily choose to trust you now. You will earn my trust, maybe in the next 1 year. But then I've chosen to forgive you. And also set a clear expectation. I've forgiven you, but you need to earn the trust. You need to rebuild the trust that you have broken. And then, watch, for consistent change over time. So, yes, forgive your spouse that has offended you, that has betrayed you, but let them still earn your trust. Very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. And then, is that our last question for today? Okay, no, not last question. What's the last question? It says, how can the person who broke the trust prove they've changed? Very, very, very good one. Very, very good one. How can the person who broke the trust choose they've changed? There's this popular quote that we say, they say, action speaks louder than words. Very, very true. Actions speak louder than words. Very, very true. So the betrayer or the person that has offended must commit to what we said from the initials. Consistent efforts, must constantly put in effort. So you must commit to consistent, visible change without even expecting any instant forgiveness. So you want to first of all commit to a life of change. I want to win this person back. I want to say that I'm truly remorseful. So that must be your goal. Forget the forgiving you, the not forgiving you. That one is left to them. But your own call, your own focus, your own goal should be, I want to prove, I want to show that it was it was an unintentional mistake, it was a genuine mistake. I didn't see it coming, just happened. So how can you do that? Step number one, show that you are trying to prove that you're trying to make a change by being transparent. Share your password, explain your whereabouts, be accountable. That's just it. Be fully transparent. Show your password, let your account be open, let your phone be open, show your whereabouts, be accountable to your spouse, or even the person you've actually offended. Never dismiss their pain like, it's not that serious. It can be very serious for them. Like I said, different people and different emotional level and different personality. So things hit people deeply, differently. So never dismiss the emotion. Never say, okay, you are supposed to be over it in a month now. No, you are not them. They are not you. Pretty much. Our emotional veins run deeper than each other. So never say, oh, you should be over this hurt by 3 months. No, we all react differently. So if you are trying to prove a point to say, oh, I'm sorry, I heard it was not intentional, be transparent. Open your phone, no password if possible. Share your password. Be accountable. Share your whereabouts. Oh, darling, I'm in the mall now. I'm going to the office, or I'm stopping by the mall. I want to pick one or two things. What should I get for the kids? What should I get for you? Because I'm leaving very soon. I should be home in the next 15 minutes. 15 minutes, be home. I'm leaving the office. Okay, I'm on lunch break. I'm having this for lunch. Share a picture. It's accountability. That is why it's called marriage. If you are in marriage, you should be ready to be accountable. You cannot be married and still be expected to be single. It does not, what this my space, it does not work in marriage. Except you don't want your marriage to work. Even before you even, because one of the things that actually cause people to actually, err or betray in marriages is when there's no accountability. So if you've not gotten there yet, I'm saying if you're accountable as a person, share your password and your whereabouts. It's going to make it easy for you to be accountable and for cheating and all of those things to be far from you. Like I shared, the couple that had cheating issue, there was hiding of password and stuff like that. The couple that had financial issue that came in for counseling, there was also it was also hiding one or two things and the rest of it. I usually tell couples, be open. If you can have kids, for example, that means you were naked when you were having the kids, or when you're making the babies. Then why are you now hiding other things? This is like the prime of it. This is like the height of it. So why hide your finances? Why hide other things? Why hide your pains? Why hide your baggages in marriage? Share. That is why number one reason for marriage, hope we know, it's not for reproduction or making babies or making children. It's for companionship. So we need to be accountable. So if you want to prove that, to your partner that I'm sorry, it's a genuine mistake, you need to be accountable. You need to be accountable. You need to be transparent. Then take initiative, to rebuild connection, date nights, love language, act of service, all of those things. What is more important is seeking counseling or therapy. It will help to guide your actions. Very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Now, the last question for this evening says, how long does it take to rebuild trust in marriage? How long does it take to rebuild trust in marriage? And like I've said from the start, like I've been saying, it depends on the person that you've offended, depends on their level of pain threshold, how much pain they can take. Some people can't even take pain. So even if you lie to them, it can take them 1 year to forgive you or even to let go. Yeah, so it depends. However, if you are the offendee, your focus should be, showing that it was a genuine mistake and you want to actually, get it right by them. So it takes as long as it takes. So you need to be patient. Whether you are the offender or the offendee, whichever offense party you belong to, be patient. Be very, very patient. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Okay, is this person turning up? Are they showing me? And also, if you are the offended person, when they are now being transparent and being accountable, please don't yell at them. Please don't throw it away. Don't disregard that. Encourage them to do more, because we see a lot of women or even men that their partner aired, and then they are now trying to now show that, oh, I'm sorry, and they are just disregarding it. You are killing their morale. So please celebrate their small progress. Celebrate their small progress, even if it's slow. Celebrate their small progress. Now, from what I've said, it is easy to actually avoid betrayal in marriage if you have accountability and transparency in place. Very, very important. Accountability and transparency, if you have them in place, it's going to be difficult for you to err, because these are the two tools that you need to actually repair a broken heart when you've erred in marriage, whether betrayal, whether cheating, whether finance, whether drinking habits, or whether financial habits, whatever it is, you need accountability, and you need to be transparent. So if you want to do yourself a lot of good, have these two things existing in your marriage first of all. You need to be accountable first of all, and then you need to be transparent. So we've come to the end of the class for today. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm sorry I can't take any questions this evening. would send in your questions on our platform, on our WhatsApp platform. And also, if you need counseling, whether individual, whether personal, whether as a couple, whether your journey as as parents, please do reach out to us. The number to do so is +234 70 654 257 34. So reaching out from us, I'm out of the country. Reach out to us. Let us know how we can come and how we can help. If you're facing any challenges, please reach out to us. We would love to help you. We would love to come through for you. Until we see you next time, God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. And bye for now, guys. Cheers.